Yeah, no. You just don't.
Okay, thank you. So it would be good to try to do at least a bit of meditation on a regular basis.
TV theater soso jeva share then ruto jing shin ris and yeshi soso ruton reyoga desun tinta goja waris tiso gos sinju sa there is the kunira ye go say ye yama that has the manzo yungra go pava tenri yungra yana se goja anjo mashia yungma da So in order to engage in the meditation practice that we are following, so it should be presided by the good understanding of the practice and the understanding which arise out of through contemplating on your subject of the meditations. And so in a way it's important to in order to do the meditation properly, so you need to gain the what we call as the wisdoms which arise through contemplating on the subject matters. And such kind of wisdoms, with such kind of wisdom, based on contemplation, so it is then the subject matter that you meditate then is really fully established, by your own knowledge, based on your own the reasonings, and so therefore now, however, in order to gain such the understanding arising from wisdom arising from contemplations, so you have to gain the wisdom arising from listening to Dharma. That's like studying the Dharmas, and so therefore really without unless the meditation we are engaging is just very the inferior ones, even in that matter, even in something very simple meditation, you still need to involve a bit of understanding, about it. So, but here we are talking about the meditations on the teachings, which is taught by the Buddha, and so therefore it's very important to initially to gain the wisdoms based on your listening or your studying of the Dharmas. But however, to understanding that such knowledge which comes from your studying or listening to Dharma is really dependent on the others. It's not something arise from your own self knowledge, self analysis. So therefore, it says we need to then must contemplate on that, and so in this way, then if we engage in meditation practice, and then we can make a good progress.
Tiba Shisha, Goto Nyamuchia, then you, then Jatangene, then the Gojara, then again, Shishi thought, but Yabuchi, Yungayaro. TV thought, Gene, Jaisural, TV thought, she's done never. He done TV Shira Koro, and the machine Mumma sent on that, let us on that.
So when we engage into this meditation practice and to the studying of the Dharma in a right way, in a right approach, then as it is said that the end result of listening is achieving the state of like peace, pacification and the subduing state of, subduing one's subduing of one's continuum, and whereas the end result of the meditation is in diminishing or decreasing the mental afflictions. So this is something we have to hope from as we study the Dharma. So we have to hope, or we have to see the sign of the good studying is to seeing the pacification or the subduing of our continuums, and whereas the meditation that we practice so should have the effect of diminishing these mental afflictions. So now as we finished about the power of what I call the steadfast. What we translated, and now we move to the power of joy. So if we go back to the text, so under the heading of developing the power of joy, so it says, you develop the power of joy after the power of aspirations. An intense yearning produces a joyous perseverance not previously present, and you have achieved the power of steadfastness, also called the power of pride, which causes the perseverance that has already developed to be irreversible. The power of joy means that when you first engage in an activities, you do it joyfully, and once you have engaged, you have a sense of being insatiable in that you do not want to discontinue the activities. So, in here, so we find again the really very profound instructions, and which really comes from the Lama Tsongkhapa's his own experience. So of course, so here the practice is relating to how to develop to this a joyous effort, and then as if we think on this line, which is quite clearly explained the meanings, where how through cultivating the power of aspirations, through that, and how we are able to then to generate the joyous effort that we have not yet generated, and then through the cultivating this practice, or through the power of the steadfastness. So where we will study about there's a different types about the pride, which is when it's used the word pride, but it's really talking about your courage. Really, it is courage, and how through the maintaining that courage, then you are able to, whatever the joyous effort that you have generated, then you're able to continue to increase that, to develop that, and then now here it talks about the power of bringing the power of joy. So that is to, as it says here, that the power of joy means that when you first engage in an activity, so right from the very beginning, so you do it joyfully, and once you have engaged, you have a sense of being insatiable. So what is the implication is that you enjoy so much that it doesn't, no matter how much you do the practice, it doesn't really contain your mind. So you wanted to do it, continue to do it. So therefore, they do not want to, as it says here, being insatiable in that you do not want to discontinue the activities. So this the last sentence, the power of joy, means that when you first engage in an activities, you do it joyfully, and once you have engaged, you have a sense of being insatiable in that you do not want to discontinue the activities. So this really give the condense, the meaning of this power of joy.
Letalana Shesha des, Letin Truma, Gawa Shas, Tatin Dua, Pena, Shiva Yagatani, Shivi Temol and Jubanizre. Shimo Temol and Juba del Karin, Mova Juata, they would Chilab and the gold bless, Son Tedo, Ra Shivi Temol and Jubere, then their batas. Ra Shivi on the wood, done their dash. They le, Koyan Batin, let their latation. Shejates, let them know about your Gava showers, Shambate, Gaji, Trojan, Gay, they say, Gay, coin by the gay, coin by Senator, all the Tipashaba, so you say about the attention you say, Goba, Gay, coin by Telayo, Shejates, Moba, Mapa, Gaji, Trojan, Jubares, that's so much is on a shaking the other. That's in my leg.
And then the text then continues with a bit of the elaborations on that, the meaning of the power of joy. When it says here, with respect to how you develop this sense of insatiability, so the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, like those who want the pleasure that results from play, so Bodhisattvas are passionate about any activity they have to do, so insatiable, so they take joy in their work. So in the lines below, which explained this the meaning of this verse from the Shantidev's text. So it giving us the insatiable, the kind of joy that one take in the in engage, while engaging in the practice. So when you talk about any activity they have to do, I mean, it says in that verse. So here, activity referred to like some virtuous activities, which can be relating to something like listening to Dharma, or to contemplating on that, or meditating on bodhicitta, so and so forth. So you within the not only so you take a tremendous joy in doing that practice, but also, like as is saying that, like just as there's the example of how a children indulge in a play, and so there is not even yeah. So it does explain in this later on, but this your joy is so much so that there's no. There's a sense of like insatiabilities in continuously doing this the virtuous practice.
So
the text continues. So strive with an attitude like that of children who engage in play without being satiated. So which there's no need to explain, but how the way you engage is like how just like as a children so indulge in their play, that how they they want to continuously playing, do not want to take any break from that, because they enjoy so much in in their play.
That's dangerous. David Devala Mongoba Lenje George Mongo Gites. Never Mongoba Tiki shaking. Never going days in the Moba Mana, Meba Tej, Lenje Joe Mongoba Gigres. Can't remember kind of long. When I lost a sure thing. Riba mesh sure, riba sabo sure, thing. Never devala Mongoba Jada, J. Lenje Joe, Mongoba geese. Upon the other.
So then continue. That is, as it says here, that is. So you must be just as insatiable about what causes pleasurable result as you are about the as you are about the result themselves. So again, we can also hear after giving that the analogy of the children engage in play, and then the in this sentence talk about the rationalizing how just as the result is something very desirable, that you so much desirable that it will not be enough to really to content or to satisfy your mind. So therefore the Lama Tsongkhapos really gives the of really strong reasoning. So therefore, we should be also have take the same amount of joy or satisfaction in the for creating the causes for that the result as well.
Tamaba no never dewa to moto is 10 sawa lion and ben in Julas. Le conscience and never dewa new and la the magic game may be service. Tamang other than Jiteba no jam, Sujala soba, Shilezala soba, Dejil, never young mayo, dia young mayo, 10 couldn't Obama when you do that. Tamaba knows and never dewa Tom motor 10 sawa le, Ben in Jupiter, Junior. Sujani, dia young mayo, 10 Shiva Chetan, 10 the content is when you do. Manzo gay le conscience, Siena, never down young embarrass. Laying every so. Le gas on down never young embarrass. Let in the Magas and never doing young embarrass. Le gas and never young embarrass, 10 member. That 10 member, that you go rest out with the Mojaga, that's something to the other Tava 20 shaving, I don't let in the sun, let in Neka, Tado May come, Tato, do want to see Nundella Sobatini, Lek, Hoshana, never there and you are never that message maybe said. That's any on the loss of his God. When a pet Java, never die, young, yes, I read, Condom over you can do us. Megan, you can do. And that any leg gachi, never die, you won't get by that. Tell them better than you go, that he means that he let you know, maybe shut the ass. There's a delicious danger magic, don't message, charm message, don't message in nearby your marriage. Conscious, conscious, Lenny, then Java, tell him, Chita, there. Tell him, Majata, and the young this, I'll change you the conduct and the senior commanders or some tears. Danger magic 10, don't matter, 10 for this. Yes, nearby our marriage. Conscious, Lenny, then Java, was a gay lair. Tawason with any topic. That shows yourself some again. That you show what again you somebody. Then you let Conyan, then you last. 내가 하던 매 대한제도 다되는 등하시 대한제 대례제도 뭐시 저다시 네 다하고 내가 대리 뭐시 야 저다 데스 다선 대서요.
So and then continues the text. For if ordinary persons strive, even when they are uncertain whether they will obtain a pleasant result, what need is there to speak about activities which are certain to bear pleasurable result? So, so now here again use an analogy of how ordinary people they you see ordinary people like whether they are like a business people or could be a farmer who put such a the tremendous amount of the effort in what they're doing. Sometimes they do it effort that without any continuously without any break. They prepare to dedicate or direct their effort, and then. No.
Never there, you go tensor. Then Shivaji, my tens tower, tens of first to my human tensor yard. Tensor yard than you.
So, even though, despite that, of course, there is no guarantee. There is still there's a caution mark, or it's a doubtful that whether the outcome of that they will achieve from that, whether from the work, the effort that they put in, whether it's a businessman or a farmer, whether they reap their expected result or not. Even their outcome is doubtful, something cautionable. Still, yet we see them, they putting a great effort, continuous effort in that, and so therefore, what he's saying here is, what need is there to speak about activities which are certain to bear pleasurable result? So here, when he says what need is there to speak about activities, so there's talking about the virtues, the activities, such as like particularly the activities which we understand that when we engage in the virtues, the practice, then there is the result is there is no doubt that the result would be would bringing happiness, and so there is no caution about that, and so of course then if we especially if we engage in any kind of practice, virtuous actions, with the which is conjoined with such a like a bodhicitta mind or the thought of renunciation and so forth, then you could imagine the kind of the result, the benefit that derived from that such practice will bring to us. There's no doubt that the benefit will be that in a short terms would ensure a good rebirth, and then in long run to eventually able to achieve the everlasting state of happiness, or even the state of liberation, or even the state of the omniscient state of Buddhahood. So therefore these again this way to when you think about this the result, the outcome of the virtuous practice that we engage in, when we engage in, and then to understanding that how that result would be definitely something happiness, something positive, and so therefore we we have to draw, thinking of the outcome of our virtuous practice, and then draw some sort of inspiration from how ordinary people, how they put, direct their effort in some things, such a tremendous effort in something which the result of which is even doubtful for themselves, and yet they are able to commit themselves. So in this way, this is also to generate these the motivation for the practice.
Kachingamaya, Tayapura, Tade, Jinten, Tason to the Jizen, Moba Marie, Tashan, what did you Soja, Rosetta, then Gambash, well, liar. They Lamatonga, Peja, and Deva, no Jamona, no Madela, Shawai, San no Cheta, more, she's in Bata, what's in your mind, and the other.
And then in relation with this, the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed states, even though they work for the sake of happiness, so it is uncertain whether happiness will come. So, but as for those who work itself is happiness, so how can they be happy unless they work? And then the text continues. So this is So here. No. So how can did this now? This.
Ra nga chuse ra nga ye ro chuse nyo je ye chus da na che chopis but ha chang a chen no ba ba sa mo sing ol rus ba ka ja yo no ta te che ba ra te rus de nyo ne che da nyo na te cha chuse ya nga ma chuse ya de ya che ka da so ne chen no ba te ga te ne che sha pi ge这下边不知什么个真的说大下边就是人查哇是原来的他上得着的呀这个俺这俺把媳妇是哪样的原来人俺这世上人这个还叫俺把媳妇哪样的那原来呢俺这上着俺这主人本这个那媳妇俺这最个牛啊的是吧然这个说那不得了当俺这人就是人家个叫呢这个大人俺们就是鸟叫俺们就是鸟啊这钱了是吧这钱另外请过的是吧另外钱不请过是吧俺们就是鸟把得了得呢得了差些这鸟把的得了我他这大呢这钱别个另外钱不什么用过是吧他是别得这个到公园把的知道的差就是也从啥地方公掉这边的
So then it continues, this is also the reason why being satiated is wrong. So it's to imply that to being satiated or being contented with our virtuous practice is wrong. So it is wrong to say that after having done bit of practice and then you feel that that is enough. But rather, when it relating to practice, so we should not be be contented. So as says, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, if I'm never satiated by sensual desires, which are like honey on a razor's edge, how could I be satiated with merit, whose fruition is happiness and peace? So while we should not be satiated with the virtuous practice, but it explained that should not be indulged in the sensual pleasures. So as it says here, develop an attitude of being insatiable, thinking, indulging in sensual pleasure is like leaking honey off the sharp blade of a razor. So it is source of a little sweetness, but it slices up the tongue. So it's clearly this analogy clearly explained that how even though there's a bit of honey which is on the smear on the sharp edge of the razor, if you try to taste it, it will give you a very sweet taste, and then however if we go for the sake of to tasting that the honey, if we lick that the honey, then the outcome would be that it can cut our tongue, and then it will have can be a cause for a great suffering in the futures. So so this is what explains when it relating to the sensual pleasures.
Rota del Juse got a child, the Juse, then no Juse, never Jipaga, child, the Juse. Then Noni, then Shamala, then Dashin Yagala, you want such about them, maybe, yet I don't want, I don't want to once. Met that young another. The Zu da Ro, a young jet. Zu is the one, another chi, choppy on which is Shanghai. Then Chas there's the That's Shamanyakala. Mandaba Chevon, I don't answer wrong to her. Zu, da, ro, rejas. Tindre, Chad, they are Tuesday. Pure never chamber Yankadam. I don't move about you to us. Don't move about do ask you what. I don't move about you to us. I don't want Diana, I don't want Madua. Zuyedua, Kaiser, Rosia, Colombanas and Medding, call it 10 to them. Diana, tell them over, but them over, Macon, you can do us. Then in a chat, Judea, then in another, never chamba show they got. Chat Judea Pendona. She never chow pan, Zach, Tessa, tell her to Zom and do so. Did that. The ring other Lord Corner, Apoyara. Chad the arches and do then. Shama did much about that understand. The rich was Chad the other, mother, the total. Manjuish, other Tessa Mara. Chad the other, Tada Mitza the heading. Never chama other mix out the medding. Think about Shamaka and a rest of the Nachiara, then do not toast power, and Calicon, and no, Moba Mononas, and Moba Monona. Then the rest, Kana Mato, Kana Tobi, that's it. Monona, Kana Mato, maybe Chado. Yenda, there are tired by a temptation. So, Jite, Moba Munyote, Sola, Mongobi, somebody by shower. Ganade. Manzo, all so near a barge and Sanoy, so Ishin, so Gana, you can know why in Debbie, Sanoy, so Ishin, so Kana Mato and Nipan Mabares. Kana Mato and Mabara, Kane, Mato by Mepis, Kane Mato by the table, maybe within Chala there, Negala there, Tatula there, Yula there, that is it. The nigger, Shawan Tayaba days, right. Duma Tonjaba Shea, Tayaba debut, yearly there was about there, the next day, Sola. Mongo there, Maria Solas, Mongo, somebody by shower, ngene tiri ta santo da go jan de ji ja gun go ngene de re ji so so van zo gu chan de a chu de zan ne pyo chor ne ba xin ge yi ge yin be chen zo gu zu na ya pu ya de nga de ne wa ma chi pa ye je wa de ni ri nga sa ni je gu ma de wa de ni ri zan ten chi pa ya bu shi chi le yin wa ngo so ten ge chi pa de she zun dan ne chi bi no ma de da wa no so me de ne chi bi no ma de de ge ten de ye nga de ne ma de na she zun de nga de chi bi no ma de de ga no seng de ne ta ma bi no ma de de ge de ni je de 이자다 내정하도 야보 선통되어 이제 선통근데 세야야 근데 다 선대도 과야보 나는 가는 뭐도 좀 같이 다 되는 야 하더니
So the text continue. If I cannot get enough of this experience, which give me great suffering for the sake of just a slight temporary pleasure, so what sense could there be in feeling that I have had enough of the collection of merit and sublime wisdoms, so which give flawless, infinite happiness, both immediate and long term. So, in fact, in here we find a true subject or to meditate, to contemplate, and to really to meditate upon. Which it says here, which how the in our case, we are quite like the contrary to what is actually instructed here. That is, what is instructed here is we should be, engaging in the virtuous practice and then explains the why, because of the benefit that we derive from that in long term or short term benefit that is enormous, and then however, so in that virtue, so we should be not only engaging but engaging with joy, and also in a in a sense of like such an insatiable sense of virtues because of the benefit that we derive from that. So, however, as he's saying here, on the contraries, so where we are attracted to is as it says here, sensual pleasures, the pleasure that we get from the sensual objects, like mainly the five sensual objects, like the beautiful, like the form and the sound and the the smell, taste, and the touch, and when we in our we not only we are attracted to those sensual pleasure, like such as the pleasure that we get from that the seeing the beautiful objects, like the visual objects, and so much so that we it is there's no satisfactions. Not enough. We're not getting enough of that pleasures. Always looking for that. So, however, as it says here, that actually, as beautifully like the analogies was just given before, that how that pleasure is that we experience from that is such a very short lasting, but however the result of that indulging in this sensual pleasure, the result in terms of long terms result. So it's just the huge is and so therefore the it's important therefore to really to recognize that to trying to see this is what we, when we engage in meditation practice, or the practice, our meditation practice should have that effect of seeing this reality, this truth, that what really is truly beneficial for us in short term and in the long terms, and then seeing how when we do this, then we can not only be, we can be a true, spiritual practitioners, not only by, externally, but even, on internally, on the level of our own, on the mind, on the mental level as well. We are true practitioners, because otherwise, how we can be on the mental levels if we do not overcome all this, the confusions and relating to what really brings the benefit or harm to oneself in a long run, and then how we can be on the mental level, we can be so narrow that we can be by indulging to even to the the voluntarily indulge in some things, so that which only give a very short pleasure, but however in the long run that we have to it brings a great immense sufferings. So in a way, if we observe our own experience, so it almost seems like the whatever is something which is direct to us. That's all we see it. That's something right now in an immediate time frame. Whatever that brings joy or pleasures. Like from those sensual pleasures. So appear. There seems to be that immediate joy or the pleasure. So which, as we understand, which we have here, that is really so very short lasting. But however, we do not beyond that the outcome of that the indulging in that object, beyond that, or in a long futures, and as if they it do not exist. So therefore, however, when we think about, when we recognize as a long term the effect, and then we will be able to to direct our mind then more towards the virtuous practice, something activities or practice, or the activities which have which brings more benefit of us in a long future.
Somba moba meba tin somba sheba shawo se teje ngene de ngada yul pa sonu ton de sonu ton kale ki sonu ton ngada je ona kale ndi nyole de ngada so yung wa to je kene le de sonu ma ton yung ma de sonu je to de seni je so so ba somba le da lama no ni shelo sena me chi shelo sen ten kale ten ra ten da da sono yon che ton na ten chi sha zeng ne kale se ti ni je on ke se ida ma to yon wa re se fa ja jan ro me son tu na ya pon de da de ten na jen da ko lan je be je ge le no yo sa do ba sha yi shar 대다제 라 제바나 녀면들이 제 로제 녀마 셰제 제제래 예도 원이 변소라 제바 답이 제 로마 셰제 바다 제나 요샤 나죠 생겨냈다 너네 아버지게다 로 골란 제비 게레는 봐 조바 샤이 샤다 라 대다란 제바나 데르다 라다 하고다 녀메되이지 녀메되가 녀마자 로제 가라 고가 번 천나 대신나 전 진선 코비 쉬어 죽는 양아도 Rama guy joy Tensama Shivan, there's some things over 10 Mashaba, Lojoga, Jean Shates, that is changing very
So as he says, thus, in order to bring to completions the virtuous activities in which you have engaged, enter them as a sun-scorched elephant enters a pleasing lotus pond at noon. So train in this attitude until you produce it. So, so here it clearly, says clearly saying to us that we must familiarize, ourselves with this, by contemplating on this what is said here, and the saying here about the benefit or the outcome of engaging in something virtuous practice, and then on the other hand all the shortcomings of the the engaging in any like a worldly activities. So if we so it is as part of our practice. So if we really contemplate on this, and as it says here, over and over again, to the point that where then we really feel so the motivated, so ready to engage in the virtuous practice, as you say here, how the analogy of the elephant, which has been really experience a very the scorching heat during the day, and then how elephant will in the afternoon, in the late afternoon, then when the elephant see a pond, then it will go to drench itself into the water, into the pond, so in same way, until such thought of desire or wish to enthusiasm to engage in virtue arise, one should contemplate on this also. And then engaging in the Bodhisattva state states, thus in order to finish the work, I shall enter into it just as an elephant scorched by the midday sun comes upon a pond and plunges in. So now we finish about this the power of joy, so which we understand as the joy in the cultivating such kind of joy in our virtues that it becomes like insatiables, and then now next is the power of relinquishment. So it says if you become physically or mentally fatigued from your perseverance, so you must rest for a while. So otherwise you will become exhausted and very disheartened. So thereby later preventing your joyous perseverance. So so here the talks about how it is we need to the need of the rest for our mind and our body, especially when we engage in the practice for a long period of time, whether it's a meditation practice or if you're doing doing any retreat. So so there is a we have to understand that if you feel mentally and physically overly tired, or then we've got to understand then there is it's important to take some break or some rest. So this is because we have to acknowledge that the fact that right now at the moment even there is mentally and physically there is some sort of the limitation, or the some sort of impediment, and which because of which is not they are not both our mind and body are not as serviceable as it can be. So therefore, it is important to when we get tired. So in our practice, then it's important to what is saying here is that important to take a rest.
다 아주 자된데 자 매마서 아주 자나 된 당하도 라이마 배제 단계 대행에서 맞을 자나요 에 더지가 야보면 쉬쉬고자 로더 자도 쉬지 나요 그래 이제 대행에서 라야 대하나는 연유와 세다 이제 얘는 더 개좀 싫어 손을 대 마연에 쉬다 쉬시 세바 쉬 세이거든요 시전에 준비 바제든지 있어요 얘네들은 심말하더니 전듯이 바제 요래서 다서 대소하자 가 마소마 타요 전듯 조치 나만네 대다가 마소사 되다 마소사들 되는 대주면 돼 로제 앞에
So forth. So then the and this such pain then can can be then cause for us to then to discourage us to engage in practice, and then even to losing our interest in the practice. So therefore it says important to to take a break, to take to have a rest. And then however then it says immediately after you have rested, then persevere again, and when you have completely finished your early activities, so do not let this satisfy you.
아저씨 때지라 아시바 예수 공골 되는데 로자 펜나 로자 나부장아도 녀레송 개지는 얘는 존에 배배 앞에 중요하샤지 라 아마 레바세 타 테나 대사지 조심 맞아봐 고마 예시 샤와라 센디서 기데스 다 신주디야 진주 만들다 혼자
So when it says immediately after you have rested, so persevere again. So the having said that, you should take a rest. But then however, it also says, that then we should go back to the practice immediately after the resting, and then so whereas sometimes in our case, sometimes we would even content ourselves, after engaging in certain in practice, and then we feel like we have made some sort of accomplishment in the practice. Then we say to ourselves, that that is enough, and then we don't go back to the practice. So so this is say that we should not should not do that, but rather we should the continuously perceive with our practice.
Yeah, ngando ngama tama sha shima ju de ge ngama tama shima ju za mo de ngando te.
So
lo yang ngama ngene ngama le ba chen ta chen na de so ju mo je shima ju. Remba de ge ya. Lo ji jimi go ne an ro ji de ge ya ma ngando de ya ma. Ta tonyo ba de chen so
really it is these things that which has been said here, which we should be really take as advice for our practice. So how, as you say, immediately after you have rested, persevere again, and when you have completely finished your early activities, do not let this satisfy you. But in fact, we know our own, in our case, in our experience, we would actually even wouldn't finish what we have already started, and still yet we would satisfy that with ourselves with that incomplete the practice, and then move to the next. So what is saying here is you should not, even if you accomplish what you have already practiced, what you already started, and then after that, then you should not be satisfied with that, but should still continue to achieve more in the practice. So this really, in a way, this is also indicate how in our spiritual practice. So we make the progress, stage by stage. So it says you must joyously persevere at other higher activities. So that explains why we should not stop after we have accomplished the first. And then engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, when my strength declines, I shall leave the task so I can do it later. When it's really done, I shall set it aside, seeking the next task and the next one.
Tamare, Ngamare, Choshina, and Chavadam Pavete, Kumar, Tobala can do this, that's the Nyago Amaro, the Church and Kumala Nyam Terre.
Sorry. I was just reading the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says, when my strength on the top nyamba no. Del nyam la my nyam se jor top nyam pa the jerenas no so nyam sen de count this tang chiu ge So when my strength declines, I shall leave the task so I can do it later. So when it is really done, I shall set it aside, seeking the next task and the next. So this summarize what was already presented. Then
yete ngama re chushini cheba goma mobo to ala tene ke chemonji shir de yete kono pyan ron te kundya yete kono ma de sona ne gan de sona ne ya kono pyan den do kundya ha sona ne de te de talala tagara sunina tagara lo to de ne ya ma ka shi ta.
So then continue. The next task is important because if you consider each earlier good quality sufficient, so these will be big obstacles. So the next task. So here the next task. Okay, the task referring to that what was mentioned earlier. You need to take a rest, and the next thing what says is that we should not satisfied with what you have accomplished. First, but rather after accomplishing the first one, you should go to accomplish the next. So this is the next task. It's important because if you consider each earlier good quality sufficient, instead of that, if you content, satisfy yourself with whatever you have achieved before, earlier, then this will be a big obstacle to the attainment of many higher attributes. So this will be an obstacle, so you won't achieve any more or the greater qualities. So in a lot of our cases, how whatever we have achieved now, this year probably, then also in the year past, even the next year, we still remain the same. Not much increase in our knowledge and our qualities. So rather, it's important to work on that. Then the Hajo heba ninka puni chi je da rewa shi tegi chi je le hele rewa hajo de so tra hajo le do mai men de ngene de ko ba shi ji le de le nga de lo ji de ko pa yong de wa se de ko ba shi ba chi wa de ha song ten de de
yapo de de jinga de ngado go ja de Geshe Shabala pe lo ja pe biwa de.
And then continue. The above presentation shows how to joyously perseverance. So how it shows, shows us the means or the manner in which we can approach to kind of approach to generate or to maintain this a joyful effort. So it says, do not overexert yourself. So you must avoid both being overly intense and being overly relaxed. So make your effort continuous like a river. So it's saying that what is required is the consistencies, and in our practice and the joyous. Maintaining our joyous effort in our practice. So we should not be while in some time we really get overly enthusiastic and overly exerting ourselves in the practice, and then suddenly we lose interest and even feel ourselves very depressed. And so what's the text is saying is, so like the flow of the like a river. So we should try to maintain our effort or the approach, that it is not the right the effort is not we're not pushing ourselves too hard, nor not too relax. So in a very the balanced way, and so really what is also the advising here is the importance of this having a relaxed kind of approach in our practice.
Chaba Papa Chavala, and then Chala Tole Chenda Gama, Mama Jews, Tele Cheche, Chava no, Torture Ramba, Yamanchi, Sojakarisha in change, no letting change to static saying that.
And then there's a quote by the glorious. Is that how do you say it? Mechitas. So it's also the Asvagosa, another name for these masters. There's a few other names. It says in praise in 150 verses states. So in order to make yourself more exalted, so you never over-exerted or relax too much. Thus, your good qualities are indistinguishable by former and later phases.
대세라 그 조세 체내는 시드 갈래 반도랑 엠서 갈래도 고통벌레서 야는 파종 해서 파종 등은 안들 배 제선 런은 타셔 제도가 이게 로헬 제선은 대제를 대제를 제선은 있는데 내가 막 같이 저를 하나 대 가르쳐야 된다 배자로 되는데 시계제는 세상에 마대바 전에 신비 년대셔 저와를 제일 타래제는 초 내미 마셔봤다 뭐시 수소 다대하고
And then continue. The Bodhisattva also said the scout of Semutrua, for instance, so never get there. But the scout of Changwa take their time at the start and pursue the robbers until they reach them. So likewise, practice at a measured pace that you can sustain. So, for example, a louse, is a louse? You say that? Louse, yeah. Proceeds at a modest pace but never stops. So it soon arrives. Whereas the flea takes great successive leaps and then stops, so it never gets there. So it is, in a while ago I also used that example. So where there's the race between like a louse and a flea. So as you know, the what is saying here is our effort should be, like a consistent and it, it be going like the louse and it never stop. Whereas the should not be like a flea, which takes a few jump and then stops.
Let's go, slow, no stop. And then job, send the judge thing, and have gone send the judge. Jantan Jenitana, then Yashan Ores, and Loja Tacha Youngres, Zondo Chen, Zondo dead, then Loja Tacha Yom, and Tacha.
So if you maintain the consistency in your joyful effort, then you can be achieve the success in whatever your goal you are perceiving. So whereas instead of these consistency, if we're very like a sporadic in our the effort in making effort, then we won't be we won't achieve our goal.
Me bada jena me bitaya me bada jena saje do be de mado be de bitaya de ta ton tele jin je bana jena cho mo je ba jena cho mo de ba jena ga ye je da xie qi doi ta je jena sen de so le la ke ba na sen de la lo long ye je da doi xie ki bi je da 대다 제바 샤고세다 더이다데 그 센디 솔 랑케바나 다 센디라 솔론레세네 도시기바티 제가레 대시여기 센디와데.
And then the continue. So based on the elimination of unfavorable conditions and the accumulation of favorable conditions, so being intent on joyously persevering. So after you have thus identified the three conditions unfavorable to joyous perseverance, so you attend to their remedies. So you generate three powers. The power of aspiration, which is the favorable condition for weakening those as yet unweakened unfavorable conditions. The power of steadfastness, which is the cause of not turning back once you have started, and the power of joy, which never want to discontinue the activity once you have engaged in it. So through the power of relinquishment, so you become adept at how to joyously persevere. At this point, so you must develop the power of being intent on joyous perseverance. So I will explain this.
대전에 제바샤 전전 relation 진짜 가지다 디지털은 라 전지시 전지는 서로이 떠내나 당하는 년부 다선을 깔 강원이 와라 되는 게 시간 되다 유마전 정면 된다.
So the as it says through the power. So at this point, so you must develop the power of being intent on joyous perseverance. So what follows after this is the explanation of the how we applied this joyous effort in our practice. So maybe we will continue with that in the next weeks. So just want to read this. As to how you are to act when you joyously persevere at eliminating what is to be eliminated. So engaging in the Bodhisattva states, as a seasoned warriors approaches a sword fight with an enemies, I shall parry the blows of these afflictions and strongly strike the afflictions, my enemies. So just using the example of our great experience, warriors in the battlefield, winning over the enemy. So in same way, so we should be also like that warrior in combating with the enemies of mental afflictions. So we'll stop here and please give you.